to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Nittany Lions offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And we take a look at James Peoples. Turned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Maybe some room here. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll ride the hot hand.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Finds his tight end. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the tight end. Trying to run, it's Peoples. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here, right?
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Wolverines offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Andrew Marsh. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Biletnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Well, with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut on him.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Got a man, it's Marshall. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. The run inside. It's Buchanan. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with a 7-0 lead. The option look. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Running inside. It's Peoples. There's some room. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Rides to the back. Could be an alley. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Quarterback making adjustments. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the big fella's trying to work the drag route. He does a good job getting lost in the wash. He comes out the other side. He's open. He's just got to make the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's back. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
On third down, here's Peoples. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. The Nittany Lions will try to move the sticks on fourth down. They'll go with Peoples. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's back. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Gets away from one. Finds room. Oh, look out on the right. And they'll get him down inside the 10-yard line, but hang on. A yellow flag is out, and this might be coming back. A huge play like that getting wiped out by a penalty. Is there anything that deflates a crowd quicker than that? The Wolverines buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Goes to the option. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Offense threatening, first and 10 from the 31. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Peoples. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Under fire. What a grab with one hand. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Pickup of 8. It's now second and 2.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. In the red area, it's Peoples. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The run inside. It's Hansen. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Well, after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Beck. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Number 94, set to kick it off.
On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's LSU trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Off and running. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, man, that is a exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And after this offense is about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Here's Peoples one more time. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Handoff for Peoples. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Beck. He's moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rill will check on his condition. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Running inside, it's Hansen. There's a little room there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Here's a give to Peoples. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Beck. Beck's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. A great catch and run for 6.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. That's caught, it's Hansen. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he...
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
This drive will open from the 15. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. second down play. Peoples again. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
To the air, it's Beck. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the returner will be brought down. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. No, he got loose. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
Touchdown, Michigan! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Looking downfield, it's Beck. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The run inside. It's Hansen. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
This offense has it with really good field position. Here's Underwood to throw. Rushes on him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened. Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but